Worcester News tonight, a medical marijuana facility in Leicester gets the state's first recreational retail license. What they are planning next. Plus, the 4th of July means cookouts for many families. We have barbecue tips from the experts. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Brittany Schaefer. The Cannabis Control Commission okays the state's first retail marijuana shop, issuing a provisional license to a company who already operates a medical facility in Leicester. Cultivate says this is a big deal for Central Massachusetts. Our Chandler Walsh spoke to the owner today. She joins us live now with the details. Chandler?
Brittany, both Cultivate and the town of Leicester are excited by this license. They've been working together throughout the process and say it will benefit both parties. President Sam Barber says the phones at Cultivate Holdings have been ringing off the hook. The medical marijuana facility received the state's first provisional license for recreational marijuana Monday.
It was great getting that phone call in the morning, and we've just been working nonstop, making sure that we're ready.
Barber credits the shop's efforts in its application and how close it worked with the town of Leicester. The town says Cultivate is a great neighbor and they haven't received any complaints.
They came numerous times before the board. They knew what they were talking about. The board has a lot of confidence and they've really integrated themselves into the community.
Barber says this license will add good paying jobs to the town. Cultivate grows, processes, and sells its product in the shop. It first came to Leicester in December and has already added 20 jobs.
These are also very skilled jobs. It is a biotech environment with laboratories, and I think it's going to be great for the communities as well.
Assistant to the town administrator, Kristen Forsberg, says the town receives $50,000 a year from Cultivate's medical operations. For the recreational side, they'll receive anywhere from $75,000 to $250,000 plus property tax.
The initial $75,000 from the recreational agreement will be used to hire an economic development person and a grant writer to try to help us attract even more business. And also it's going to go into our parks.
Cultivate hopes to start selling recreationally soon. They're waiting on a licensed lab to retest their product.
A few final details that need to get figured out, but we're very close.
The challenge now is waiting for an independent lab to be licensed to test the product. Barber says the Cannabis Control Commission is working diligently on this, but a date to begin selling is yet to be determined. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
The Hubbardston Fire Department makes a special delivery this week when a baby girl couldn't wait to make it to the hospital. The department was called to a home Monday afternoon and say a mother was in active labor when firefighters arrived. They began driving the woman to UMass Memorial Medical Center, but had to pull over in Holden to deliver her daughter. Fire Chief Robert Hayes and firefighter James Aries say it was an incredible experience.
Probably one of the best feelings I've had on the job. I've been doing this for 9 years now, and so often we see heartbreak and tragedy, and it's really unusual to be able to experience something so joyful.
Just drive the baby off and just be part of the crew and hand the baby to the mother and see her reaction. It was pretty special.
It was the firefighters' first time delivering a baby. They say the baby is healthy and the mother is doing great. The hot and hazy temperatures sticking around in central Massachusetts Tuesday and will be here for a little longer. It's making people in the area trying to find ways to stay cool. At Great Value Hardware in Worcester, they've had a busy week selling air conditioners, fans, and kiddie pools. Manager Eric Spencer says while most people go to larger department stores to pick up ACs, his sales have definitely increased.
Probably sold, 20 kiddie pools, tons of fans, air conditioners. We just sold out of a small apartment size air conditioners. So yeah, it's been very, very busy.
Spencer says they are ordering more ACs because they only have a few left. The high temperatures posing risks for many, including our furry friends. Veterinarians are urging pet owners to keep animals out of cars during this extreme heat. Our Roslyn Flaherty joins us live now with more. Roslyn.
Brittany, I've already been in this car for about 2 minutes and can already feel the heat, and vets say it can feel even worse for pets and could be deadly.
As temperatures rise in central Massachusetts, so do the temperatures inside your car. making it dangerous to leave pets unattended.
We sweat as humans, and dogs, they can pant. They have big coats of fur on.
Worcester Animal Control says they've seen an increase in calls. In Massachusetts, it's illegal to keep your pet in a hot car. The owner can be charged $150 for the first offense. Animal Control Officer Matt Oman says if you see a dog in danger, call authorities.
If you had to take your own action, it's up to you to break the window if you want to, but I would wait for a police officer or animal control officer to arrive.
On a 90-degree day like today, the temperature inside your car could reach more than 100 degrees in just 10 minutes. Vets say it's just enough time to end a dog's life.
Even with the windows slightly down, it's too much for them.
Dr. Elizabeth Martin is an ER veterinarian at the Cummings School of Veterinary Medicine. She says they have seen a lot of heat-related cases.
They come in heat stroke, they're very shocky, have high temperatures.
Martin says to make sure your pet has enough water, and even if the temperatures feel good to you, it's much hotter for your pet.
They get rid of heat by panting, and they just can't get any relief on days like this.
And Dr. Martin says to also avoid walking your dog on dark pavements because it could burn their paws. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
The former Notre Dame des Canadiens church in Worcester is facing demolition, and the city's Inspectional Services Commissioner says it would take a lot to save the building. John Kelly did a walkthrough a few weeks ago and says the conditions inside are unhealthy while asbestos is being removed. He says the outside walls are also not structurally sound. The maintenance of the building stopped about 12 years ago. Kelly says it would take tens of millions of dollars to repair at this point, and he doesn't see it happening.
We've noticed a good majority of the windows have been removed, and now it's open to the weather. One of the spires has been leaning. There's been some of the stone facade and areas have been falling out. It's my opinion that it's demolition out of neglect.
Kelly says the construction company has to wait another week or two for the asbestos remediation. He says most likely after this, full demolition will begin. Governor Charlie Baker signing the so-called red flag bill into law today. The legislation allows guns to be temporarily removed from people considered to be a danger to themselves or others if a relative or someone else close with them petitions a court for a 12-month extreme risk protection order. Legislators say it will help prevent gun deaths. The measure also creates a licensing procedure for stun guns in the state. A serious single vehicle crash in Leicester leaves the driver in serious condition. Leicester police sharing this photo. The incident happened on Main Street around 10:30 p.m. last night. The car caught fire on impact, and the Leicester Fire Department were able to get the man out. He is in serious condition. Police say the cause of the crash is under investigation. The 4th of July holiday is a popular day to be outside enjoying the summer weather. One way to be outdoors is hosting a barbecue, and today we spoke to experts about tips to make your cookout even better. The 4th of July holiday is a popular day to fire up the barbecue.
It's something that brings people together. The smell of it is intoxicating for most people.
And BT's Smokehouse in Sturbridge knows what they're talking about. It brings in big crowds during the 4th of July week.
It is always busy here at BT's. Last year we went through 120,000 pounds of brisket and about 1,000 racks of spare ribs a week.
The now famous barbecue spot started in 2007. Director of Operations Bill Nemiroff says there are many factors to grilling meat right.
It's all about seasoning, time, and temperature. Burgers, it's all about the grind. A good amount of fat to your burger, so that's what keeps it very moist. What I suggest for steaks, letting it come up to room temperature before you grill it, so you're not shocking the meat. So a very cold piece of meat on a hot grill sometimes makes it tougher.